What's going on, guys? OMIGHTY back at again with the weekly Rust Skins videos. Just so you guys know, this is going to be a quick video for this week. But we do have some pretty fire skins in the store, and yeah, definitely not that many, honestly. I'm just going to go through the list from left to right. So we've got the Molten Visage Furnace, and this is a continuation of the Molten set. Molten Visage set, of course, is Glacial Visage as well, so there is a chance of the Glacial Visage Furnace getting made and then accepted as well. Honestly, it's actually it hurts to see this screenshot because the screenshot shows the 3D modeling and stuff that the skin creator's done, and then you go back and you look at what's actually in the game. It really is a shame to see the missed potential. That it just sucks to see what could be, is what I'm trying to say. So it would be so sick if FacePunch one day makes it so that you can customize the models if you are someone talented enough, such as this person, to make something like this, and then that be the skin. But for now, we've got the more flat-looking stuff, and it's just like that at the moment, unfortunately. So the Molten Visage Furnace, $3.45. I do think this is an expensive starting price for a furnace skin. I'm just going to say it now. I'm not going to recommend investing in it off the Rust store. I think it's too expensive. I do think you should try and pick it up off the community market with a buy order, because if the Glacial Visage comes out as well, then usually they go off each other and go up. Of course, this does go with the Molten Visage chests, as you can see in this screenshot, and so people will want to complete that set. So we've got the small chest, we've got the large chest, and now we've got the furnace. So it's going to make loot rooms look pretty nice, and of course, we do have the garage door as well. $3.45, so too expensive from the Rust store, and so I'm not going to recommend investing in it off of the Rust store for this week, but I will recommend getting it off of the community market. Alright, moving over to the Neosol Python, going for $2.75. Standard store price for Pythons, and overall, I don't think the Neosol has really been performing very well, but if someone buys the Neosol, of course they're going to want to buy the rest of the Neosol, and there is a few Neosol weapon skins out these days. So overall, if you pick this one up off of the community market with a buy order, I do think that you could make money off of it. It definitely depends on what happens with this new weapon update in the future as well. Python could become meta. But overall, I do think that the Neosol Python probably won't really make you money off the Rust store, just because Python skins don't really have a very high demand. And not only that, but the Neosol hasn't been a very successful set so far. So overall, I think the set personally looks sick, but apparently no one else does. So $2.75 doesn't have a very high demand. Not going to recommend investing in this one off of the Rust store for this week. All right, moving over to the Renegade metal chest plate and the metal face mask. Let's just make sure they're the same price. So they're not. The Renegade metal face mask is $3.45. I'm instantly going to say no to this one. It's too expensive, and honestly, it's ugly. I don't think it's going to match very well with any set except for its own hoodie and pants. And overall, I'm just going to not recommend investing in that one. I don't think it's going to perform well. Renegade metal chest plate, $2.75. Got some cool med sticks on it. Do I think this is going to perform well? Probably not as well, to be honest. I do think it's even $2.75. It's still too expensive. Metal chest plates are usually $1.45. Why is this crap so expensive? It just doesn't make sense to me, the bloody skin prices that they decide to choose sometimes. So overall, I don't think the Renegade metal chest plate or face mask will really make you any money, especially with the higher price points that they're starting at on the Rust store. So not going to recommend investing in either of them. I do think the chest plate will be easier to pair with other items than the face mask, which is weird, but that's actually what I believe. I think the face mask is pretty ugly, and I don't think it's going to have a very high demand. Currently, it is 4th in the top sellers, 5th, but I really don't think that it's going to perform very well overall. So let's move over to the scientific charcoal storage. The scientific storage set has been very successful. We've only had a couple of skins, I think a couple that aren't above standard store price. $3.45 is its standard store price for this set. It is a glowing deployable as well, if you are new to the channel. Overall, I do think that the scientific charcoal storage box will make you money. Most people have a charcoal box, and of course, a box that has organization and also that glows in the dark is going to make you money, and it's also already a popular set. So I mean, it's all looking good for the scientific charcoal storage. So overall, I will recommend investing in it. Currently, it's sitting pretty low on the top sellers in the third last spot. So I do think it's in a good spot, and I don't think it will really get oversaturated. Moving over to the Skull Killer LR, going for $3.45. I don't remember how well the Skull Killer, I'm pretty sure it was 8K, performed. Overall, the LR is a harder weapon to get for newer players, and so the demand for them on the community market aren't as high. So straight up, I'm just not going to recommend investing in this one off of the Rust.com store. I would look at how they're performing, the Skull Killer AKs, how they're performing on the community market, see how they're performing. If they're performing all right, then this will perform similar, because I mean ARs don't really have a very high demand, and neither do LRs. So overall, not going to recommend investing in this one. Check out how it's performing on the community market. If the AK is performing well, then maybe pick it up. If it's not performing well, then that is going to indicate that this too isn't going to perform very well. Alright, moving over to the Tempered Jacket. In my opinion, this is the big dog skin of the week. This is basically Blackout Jacket 2.0, which I sold quite a few of them yesterday. I do think, even though this is $4.15, this is going to make you money. The Tempered set's been very successful. The Jackout's a very popular item in-game. The Jackout's a very popular... sorry, I'm saying Jackout. I mean Jacket. The Jacket is a very popular item in-game. The Jacket is a very popular item when it comes to skins. But it doesn't get many skins accepted. So the demand is always there for Jacket skins. Overall, I'm going to recommend investing in the Tempered Jacket. This is also going to be, if someone wants to buy the Blackout Jacket and they can't afford it, then they'll buy the Tempered Jacket instead, and that's what will keep the price up for the Tempered Jacket. Tempered's already a popular set, got lots of stuff to go with it, and it's also a complete set. So it's going to look fat with its full combo as well. So it's going to boost the price of the hoodie and pants a little bit, and of course everything else. And it just looks sick. So $4.15, I do still think you can make money off of this. I will recommend investing in it off the Rust.com store or the community market, but personally I would go off the Rust.com store for this week. Right, moving up to the final skin. Sorry about my phone going off. We've got the Toy Kilt. This is a continuation of the toy set, and it's $2.75. I have no clue why it's $2.75, but the toy set is complete. In fact, it might actually be missing its clothes. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'm pretty sure it is, judging by this picture. I know it has its road sign. It's got its metal gear. Usually the kilts come out a little bit earlier than the metal and the road sign, both of them. And that's what drives the price up at the moment. Now we've already had those things out, and now we're only just getting the toy kilt, which means the toy kilt will sell more. We'll have a higher quantity and a lower demand on the community market because more people are going to buy it off the Rust.com store. So overall, I don't think it's going to perform very well. It's already starting at a higher price, $2.75. And so I'm not going to recommend investing in the toy kilt off of the Rust.com store, although I will recommend trying to pick it up for a little bit cheaper on the community market, as I do think it still will have some demand. But for $2.75, I do think that it is slightly too expensive off the Rust.com store. And that is it, I think. Yep. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.